Hey, so Merry pre-Christmas out there, everyone. I got my Christmas decorations and the snowman, so getting ready for that. I'm going to get into the chapter pretty quick today. Today is chapter 16, and it's the year 1974. And this is a story about my buddy Leo, which I'll introduce you to in the story, the trio restaurant, and what a salon job. So, anyway, we're gonna get started. Welcome back to the real world for me, and I've always been a hard worker. And even though when I was in Germany, my father got me a summer job working at a place where they housed a bunch of IBM old school computers. You know, ones with the reels turning back and forth, and big IBM emblem on the front of the computer. And that was back in the 70s. These things were huge, and also in Okinawa. When I was there, I was about 13 there. I was a pin boy, so I was always a person that always would work, and now was really no exception. So musically, I did find a couple other singers, and we did a bunch of America covers. We did Horse No Name and all that kind of stuff. It was great fun, and they were really good singers. We did a lot of three-part harmonies. I played guitar, and we really couldn't play in any clubs because we were only 18, but we just mostly played for friends and parties, that kind of stuff. And so, and we were pretty good. It was great fun. So one of my first jobs out of high school was working in a restaurant called the Trio Restaurant. And this is where I met Leo. Leo and I hit it off immediately. Really cool guy. And my job was washing dishes. Now, not a glamorous job, but job no less. So occasionally we would, after work we would go out and party and everything. And this night was no exception. So around 1 o'clock, we all decided we were to go out and have a good time. So we had all the necessary party materials, such as pot and beer. So what more do you need other than that? And so we headed off to this big field, and it was cold outside. It was in the middle of winter, and it was on a Saturday night after work, and so we all went out to this field and we just hung out and just partied. So we were there for about an hour and a half or so, and at one point we all said, it's time to go. So we all took off in our respective, directions and for the head home. So at that point, I didn't have a car, so Leo had the car. So Leo was driving. So on our way home, Leo and I were talking. We were a little high, but not real high. But Leo said, "Hey man, let's give Mr. Nall a lawn job." Now, Mr. Nall was our high school choir teacher. He was kind of a dick. He was not a nice guy, and so we decided we were gonna try this thing. So Leo thought he pretty much knew where he lived. So we decided that we were gonna do this, and so we went the direction of Mr. Nall's house. We kind of drove by there, kind of did a reconnaissance mission past the house, and to see how things were. Now the house was situated on the corner of a street. So you have the house on the corner, and then you have a street in front, and a street, like a corner of a house. And so our plan was to cut diagonally across the corner from one corner to the other, and give them a lawn job. So remember, it snowed and the grass was still a little bit wet. So we drove around the corner, kind of planning our trajectory, and we started driving, and we drove right across the lawn. Now, unfortunately, what happened is that Leo's car was a 1965 Impala, very, very, very heavy car. We ended up getting stuck in the middle of the lawn, and no matter what we did, we're revving the engine, trying to get stuck. The tires were just spinning, and trying to get the car unstuck, and we couldn't couldn't move it. It was so heavy. So this was about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. So you can imagine how much noise that was making. And so, but the funny thing about it was the lights in the house never came on, which was really weird. And so we stopped revving the engine and everything. We go like, hey, what the fuck we're gonna do now? So with all the noise and commotion, we got out of the car, and there was a couple black guys standing in front of a house, kind of watching what was going on. And they both said, hey, can we help you guys, right? And we go, yeah, man. Can you help us with, can we use your phone? Can we call a tow truck? I said, we must have hit a patch of ice and spun out and ended up, in this person's yard. And I to this day, I really don't think they believed us, but they say, yeah, come on in, you guys can use a phone. And so we went in and called the tow truck. And while we're waiting for the tow truck, we were just kind of sitting there talking and getting to know each other and everything. And come find out, these two guys were police officers for the Florissant City Police Department. It's like, oh God, like I said, I just don't think they believed it. So after about 45 minutes, the tow truck comes. And again, the tow truck at that, 3 o'clock in the morning, they're very loud. They're making a lot of noise. And the thing about it, the lights never went on in that house. So that was really weird. So we finally got the car, out of off the lawn and everything. And so the tow truck driver drove me home first, and then took Leo home second, excuse me. So, so on Monday, when Leo and I are back in class, in choir class, and both of us have these two sheepish grins on our face, and it's like we're going like, God, wondering, just, God, was he there? So anyway, that's it, folks, for today. Merry Christmas to everyone. That's next week, so I hope you got your Christmas shopping done. And again, thanks so much for everything. We got the new peeps of the week, got some surprises for you. And, like I said, man, just keep tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe and share and like. Going to be starting the touring stuff soon. Got my career started in a really cool way. So you guys will enjoy that information. So anyway, great. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.